Hi guys, this is Josie and the Transgender Effect. Thank you very much for tuning back. Today I want to talk about a an issue that I've seen within the community, and that is basically peer pressuring to transition other people that actually have no transgender dysphoria whatsoever, just because of the fact that they look really good in girl mode. And this happens more often in gay guys and ultra feminine gay guys, and sometimes they dress as a girl just because they feel the heck of it, I mean, just for fun. And it's not that and it's not that they're actually really doing a lot of cross dressing, but it's just like pure and mere fun. Sometimes they like to experiment with makeup and stuff like that, but it's not all the time. Is they don't feel a need to dressing up and going through the transformation, and then just looking themselves in the mirror and say like, yes, I'm gonna go out now, and that's it. And the thing is that most gay guys that actually do that end up doing, for some time, they end up doing drag. And then that's when they realize that, okay, so this is just a performing thing, and that's fine, that's great. But usually transgender women, they actually see something like that and they're like, oh my gosh, you look so much better as a girl. And that is a cruel thing to say, for one. And second is the fact that um, transgender women should not be saying that just because we feel, okay, so I'm trans, so yeah, I can say that. No, it's not. It's not allowed for us to do that. Um, because then what you end up doing is that you put a thought in their minds, and that thought starts to grow, and they start to say like, well, maybe I should, I don't know. And with this YouTuber that I saw last night, while I was trying to sleep, uh, I I saw that this guy, he actually transitioned. He was peer pressured by everybody, and then he started to being coached by all these transgender girls, and then one of her friends started to say like, yeah, you know what, you should do this. So, long story short, um, ends up transitioning, first just dressing, then second hormones, then he realized that he needed to have some surgeries, just to make sure that basically all the stuff is completely done and she's completely perfect. I mean, my gosh, she looked really good. But the thing is that there was never discomfort of her born gender. There was no discomfort on her identity, on his identity. There was no dysphoria whatsoever. And on he went to about a year, and it's not wasted time because obviously, apparently, he learned a lot of different things. He learned the perspective of how difficult it is to be a girl, how difficult it is to be a transgender in the society, and how uh, high of the expectations are there for women, and how we're treated. And obviously, he also mentions the privileges of being a guy and all that kind of stuff. So, um, but then at one point in time, he realized that it was not, there was never discomfort. Why he should have a surgery, especially the bottom one. And um, so then he decided to detransition. Um, and the thing is that uh, surgeries will not accomplish. You think that surgeries will accomplish what you always wanted, and there's always a false expectation that the surgery, like, if I just have, and I hear it from young trans people, if I just have boobs, that's all I want, and just to have my own boobs, and uh, then they get them, and they want them bigger, and then they want to have their face done, and then they want to have their behind done. They want to have and all these cosmetic surgeries, their cheeks and I mean their cheeks, and just to have them filled, and just to make them more and more feminine. And the thing is that um, what I came to find out by my experience, due to the lack of money, and due to the lack of just resources of doing them, was that uh, confidence brings you everything, and confidence also will get you to a state of mind of peace, and you will be able to manage your dysphoria like there is no, like, it minimizes it. Like, let's say you had your dysphoria about 100, and now your dysphoria is like about a 5. And because the thing is that, yes, I still have dysphoria. I still don't like a lot of parts of my body. you know just because reminds me of of how I was born by cruelty of nature. But um, that's something that I had to deal with, and um, deal with in my mind, and that's it. But anyways, so um, to other transgender women, don't encourage transitioning if you don't know if the person has dysphoria or not. Period. And it is. I've been guilty about it. I was suggesting at one point, very very early point in my relationship with this friend of mine. She might rest in peace. And I told her that she was all a girl, but and then I caught myself, and I'm like, okay, I'm sorry that I said that. It was insensitive. Obviously, you're a gay guy, and I just don't want to put that thought in you, and I just want to apologize. And she accepted the apology and stuff like that, and I would say hi, like, and she will come and later on and talk to me. She was doing drag, and long story short, ends up talking to me that there is a discomfort on her gender identity. How she found out about it was to the fact that there was she was she felt like that since she was a kid, but um, she knew that her mom was not able to accept her. So Anika went on to a series of struggles, ups and downs, and at one point, I just stopped seeing her. She moved to California, and then after that, she she died like about 8 months later. And we were having plans, so she would be able. She was coming back to the valley, and we were gonna go and just hit some bars and stuff like that. And I didn't get to see her anymore. And I don't know how she died. I don't know the circumstances. I don't know the. I don't know if it was. Um, I don't know anything about it, and I don't want to speculate. Obviously, I'm not gonna contact her mom and asking her like how she died, because that's completely insensitive and pointless, and it's pointless to the fact right now. There's nothing else to get done. Damage is done. She's gone. But um, but the thing is that, like, don't encourage that type of don't encourage transitioning, especially to a person that you don't even know that whether they have dysphoria or not. And diagnosing dysphoria is very tricky, because they might tell you, it's like, yeah, I always felt like feminine, I always felt like a girl and stuff like that. This person that I knew before, he said that he always felt like a girl and stuff like that, and then came to find out that he didn't. Came to find out that he just kind of sort of like made that up. A full grown man. Um, Trick his mind. Now imagine like what is it gonna go do to a young mind, um, and I know that it's a touchy subject. I know that it's a touchy subject. Um, and that's why the person has to come down to terms by themselves, whether it's male to female or female to male. They have to come down to terms with themselves and their own identity. And if you are pressuring them, they will not be able to think properly or clearly or both. So um, just be really careful. You don't want a person to waste time in something that they find out later on that they never wanted that. So, anyways, guys, thank you very much for tuning back. I will put the link down below of the video that I watched about this YouTuber, and I guess that I'll see you later. Um, until then, keep on smiling. See ya. Bye.